Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and we are just about to see a Zoom celebrity interview with actress Linda Collins, appearing in the film Perception, which is being shown right now on Amazon TV. Let's take a look at this fascinating interview with actress Linda Collins. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist Cognac Wellerlane, and we are doing a very special Zoom interview with actress Linda Collins. And we are going to talk to Linda, but first I want to tell my audience a little bit about her career before we get into the questions. Linda Collins was born in St. Louis, Missouri to Olivia Watson Beatty, a pianist, vocalist, and sacred music director, and father Galen Patterson, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force Reserves. So you're like an Army little girl, huh? You're an Army kid. Wow. So, and production manager at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft. Her heritage includes Scottish, Irish, and Native American on both sides. So you are truly a real American, aren't you?
I'm an American, yeah.
You are truly a true American. You moved to Tallahassee, Alabama with your mother and your siblings, Jane Ray Lloyd Patterson and Stephanie Babbitt, at age 9. And your parents divorced, but Linda exhibited an early aptitude for acting and music. Linda and her siblings often and created performed plays for their parents while in grade school. Now, Linda, first of all, welcome to Cognac's Corner. Tell my audience why you fell in love with show business as a kid. What was it that made you fall in love with show business?
Well, I mean, the first, pretty much, and thank you. Thanks for having me on your show. Pretty much the first thing I remember hearing as a child was my mom playing the piano. And so she was always performing somewhere. You know, she was in musicals, singing, or she was playing the piano or the organ somewhere. And so we grew up, not in Hollywood showbiz, but in rural America showbiz. Or performing. And I just always loved performing, playing the piano, or being on stage, or creating those little plays that we created for the parents, you know. I just always loved with it. So nothing specific. It just was like always there.
So you were always surrounded by music and entertainment because of your mother, and that's really what did it. So at what age did you determine that you wanted to be in show business?
Yeah, that's a good question, because I did go through high school. There was a phase in high school where I wanted to be a veterinarian, then I wanted to just work at a zoo. Then I mean, when you're like 15 years old, you think a lot of things. Then I wanted to be a hairdresser. You know, you think all kinds of things. And I actually switched my major once in college from music to microbiology for about 2 days. I was like,
microbiology.
Yeah, because my mom was also she was also a medical technologist and electron microscope technician. So we always like science in the family, and I would do these science projects. So I thought, well, yeah, I'll go into that, because I don't know why I thought I would, but that lasted 2 days, and then I was like, that's going to be like the most boring work in the world. So yeah, in college.
Yeah, you sound to me like you're a little bit too social to be in a laboratory studying things, you know. But anyway, now I want you to tell my audience, take us through the journey after you decided to come to New York to embark on your show business career. What happened once you got here in the Big Apple?
When I came here, the first thing I was doing when I got to New York was actually working for the International Musicians Union as a rep, going out into the field for actually supervising the field reps that go around and make sure all the musicians are taken care of. I did that for about 6 or 7 years. I was assistant to the international president. And then then about 6 years in is when I had a big, kind of like a big switch. And I said, I've always wanted to pursue acting specifically, because it had always been, excuse me, it always been much more music oriented for, for me.
Well, sure, performing on the stage and school and everything, I could see why you wanted to branch out, and that was a challenge. The acting was the challenge.
Right. And so I started studying right away with Catherine Gaffigan. She was
here
an absolute.
In New York? Here in New York? Okay.
Yeah, I started studying with her right away. And then from there, I've studied pretty much constantly for the past decade as I've been working, as I've been getting work. I think most of us study constantly. We're always working on our craft, because you can always learn. You can always do more. You can always
get better.
Yeah.
Get better.
You can always get better. So,
and the more you do it, the better you get.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. And that kind of takes us to today, television shows, and indie film, and then of course lots of music as well.
That really has, I would say, in the later 20th century, indie films has really been a strong presence in the entertainment industry. It seems to me that more actors now make independent things, independent films, and you can get it on Netflix or Amazon. It's our new entertainment now in the 21st century. It's not like it used to be. Indie films were like, that was like a bad choice.
Right.
But it has really taken on another level, another platform for an actor. And you could do so much with it and create so much. And there's so many avenues now where you can get your film to be seen. Tell my audience a little bit more about that. So the whole structure of what's going on in the entertainment industry. Can you elaborate? Can you share that?
Sure. Yeah. I have a film right now that's on Amazon Prime, which I'm very proud of. I was one of the executive producers and also an actress in the film. And we did this.
That's the one I Kill for You? Is that the one?
No, that's a TV crime show. I Kill for You is a TV show. This one's called Perception, and it just reached Amazon maybe about a month ago. So it's been on Amazon about a month, and it's a story of immigration, of a mother and a little girl that are trying to immigrate into the country, and then it goes into what happens at the border.
It's like what's happening now in our country. It's like what's happening now.
Yeah, it's a very now film. It's a now film, and it shows what can happen in a family when you have because I was the mother in the American family, because you had your Honduras family and then you had the American family. I was the mom, and my son in the film was very big-hearted, and wanted to make sure that these immigrants were okay. And so he and I don't want to give away the whole story, but anyway, it's a short film that we won a lot of awards for. Andres Arias is the director and the writer. We shot it in Miami. It's a short film, and we started out on the on the festival market kind of, and then the pandemic hit. But we've still been going on the festival market and have gotten lots of awards. So from there we went to Amazon Prime, and it's also on a couple of other platforms.
Is it hard to get on Amazon Prime? Is it a difficult, is it a challenge?
I think it's a challenge. Yeah, I didn't participate in that part of it, but I know he was Andres was talking to me about it, and it did take, it did take patience and work, because I'm sure they don't on Amazon. I'm sure they don't take everything. You have to do something. I'm sure. I don't really know exactly what. I don't know what that process is.
So tell us how you were cast as the mother in this film. How did you find out about the role? How were you cast? Tell us the story.
Well, actually, I was yeah, I wasn't even, I never did actually reach out for the role. The director and writer reached out to me because he thought I was, and I guess he had seen my IMDb profile or maybe Backstage or one of the avenues that we all as actors have our resume and information on. So he somehow found me. Andres, he had gone to school in New York. He's a young director, very, very, very talented director. And he reached out and said, I think you'd be a perfect, fit for Lauren, the mother, on this, and sent me the script. I took a look at the script. We talked about it. And I said, I'd like the mother to do, I don't know, a couple
You
things we talked about.
collaborated with him.
Well, yeah, but I'm not trying to take ownership because it's his film. I mean, he did write it, but I just said there's a couple things here. And then after that, we shot in Miami. I became an executive producer as well. We shot in Miami maybe 3 months later. There's quite a bit of fundraising going on because we needed funds to make this kind of a movie that he was making, even a short film. He needed a fair amount of money.
Right, sure. All these movies cost. I know they do. I'm well aware. I've been in a few of them myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. You wouldn't think that some of these things cost all this money, but they actually cost quite a bit of money.
Exactly.
Now, this is a short film. How long is this film?
15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Oh, that's
Perception.
all it is 15 minutes. So his director, his goal is to make it a feature film. Is that what he wants with it?
No, it's just a short. He is making other films. I mean, nobody's making a whole lot of films right now because because we know why. But he is making, I think, a feature right now, collaborating with someone else, and he's always got something going. So I believe that he will be a continuing writer, director, filmmaker for a very long time. He's very talented, has a lot of ideas. He's a go-getter, just a wonderful guy. And I believe
I'd love to talk to him as well about what he's done, his films, and.
Oh yeah.
Let me know in the future. Well, maybe we could do some kind of an interview with him. But
yeah.
Tell us now, when will this be airing on Amazon?
It's on right now. So
if you see it right now, if you want to.
It's the one with the American flag, or it looks like an American flag. It's there's actually on Amazon, because I was so excited to have it on Amazon. It's my first movie.
Oh my God, that's like such an amazing thing for any actor to be on either Netflix or Amazon. It really, really is, because that is our future, darling. That right now, Amazon controls everything, as you know.
Yeah, right.
It controls everything. I mean, I used to be a girl that used to like to go shopping. I still do. I like to shop in the stores, but because of the COVID now, mostly everything I buy is on Amazon, and it's great. I get it in 2 days. I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
I think this I got on Amazon. This right here.
Oh, that's great.
I did not get on Amazon. This is old. This is so old. But I said, you know what? This goes with this because it's pearl.
It does.
I bought this when I was a secretary. That's how old this top is. I was a secretary and I worked for AIG. And I always had the passion to be in show business, to be an actress, and to interview people. And what happened is I kind of like branched off into interviewing filmmakers and actors and celebrities and movie stars, TV stars. And now you're a TV star. You are a TV star now.
Well,
Well, you're on Amazon.
yeah,
That's the new frontier, right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now I also want to get into the other film, something else that you did, and I want you to tell my audience how you got this particular one. I'm going to read about it. You continue to book leading roles in episodes of several television series, including I'd Kill for You, Stalked, Red Room, co-starring as Lieutenant Detective Penny Kimball, Evil One, Monsters Inside of Me, co-starring as Patricia Nash, and co-lead role in an episode of True Crime with Aphrodite Jones. You also appeared in the feature film Burning Blue, featured as the Scream Mother in William Lee Scott character. Tell us the story of how you got cast in this feature film, Burning Blue.
I believe that was one of my very first roles. So that was probably 8 years ago. So let me see if I can remember exactly how that happened. I must have submitted for it on one of our platforms, either Actors Access or Backstage or one of them. And then the casting director, asked me to come in and actually do a background role. Then she actually pulled me into this scene where I got to be on screen, putting the main character, putting Williams, pinning him. I'm not sure, it's a military thing. He was pinned with some kind of an honor, and I got to do that for him. So you never know when you're going to be just kind of in a herd and you get pulled out to do a little bit more on something.
And that's kind of like a break. That was like a break for you. Here you are doing background, and here they saw in you that they wanted you to maybe say some words and, be more than just background. Were you a featured background actor?
I don't know what they actually called it. It was not a big role. The reason I have it on my resume is because it was a scene with him, and right. he's a big guy. But just getting started, you're very happy. You're very happy when you have anything like that.
Yeah, when you could speak.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because I was in a few movies, and I was always cast as background. And but what happened in a couple of situations, they actually cast me as featured background because I don't look like other people. I have a look. So obviously, as you could see. So I always got cast as a featured background actor. But what happened in one of the roles, I was in The Devil Wears Prada, and Miss Meryl Streep said, "No, I don't want that girl in the scene." Well, she could do that. She's a big movie star.
Yeah.
That was The Devil Wears Prada. And she said, because she has white hair, and I'm the only one that is going to have white hair.
Oh, you hear a lot of stories like that. Like, if you could be pinned for something, just thinking about my experiences, you can be pinned and then you find out, well, they've gone another direction. And you always wonder, because pinned is a big thing. If you're ever pinned on something, you always wonder, is it hair color?
What is
pinned?
That?
When someone is pinned, you've auditioned for the role, and you're and you're not sure how many the numbers might be. You're one of 2 or 3, or how many it might be that they are strongly considering for the role. So they want you to hold for the role. And then what brought it to mind was, well, I'm having a little vocal difficulty today. What brought it to mind was when you said hair color, because when they're putting that scene together, if let's say the lead has blonde hair, blondish red hair, they're not going to put someone that is a supporting character.
Right.
necessarily, because they want the focus to be on the white hair, or the focus to be on the,
on the
so
main stars.
Mhm.
Listen,
Right.
I'm not upset about it. I get it. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. They paid me for it. They did use me, but you really can't see me because I'm in the background and it's all blurred.
Yeah.
So, but the funny thing is, years later, which about like a year or two ago, I was watching a TV show on television. It was called Made in Hollywood, Teen Edition. And it's all about teens that are learning filmmaking and how to get into show business. And they interviewed not Meryl Streep, Patricia Fields, the costume designer, who I've interviewed many times. Patricia Fields knows me quite well. So, but they were interviewing her, and it was on the set of The Devil Wears Prada. And she was in the director's chair, and there were people in the background, and I actually saw myself walking around on the set, and we were eating food, and I was like, oh my God, that's me. I was like so shocked that because I never saw myself in the movie, but here I am. Patricia Fields is talking about the movie, about the costumes, about the clothes, and here I am, I'm looking in the background. So tell me, you are a dramatic actress then. Have you ever done any comedy?
I do both, actually. We did a indie short film about 3 years ago that my co-stars were Sandra Lucas, Eve Austin, and then David Patrick Wilson, who's done a lot of major film work, was our writer and director. So we came together for the purpose of doing a comedy together. So we came out with Three for the Road, with these three women who were, looking for something in life. Let's call us adult women. Adult women, not 20-year-olds, not 20-somethings, that had, were from completely different points in their lives, and they came together, meeting for the first time in a yoga studio. And it's a really cute little film. Once again, it's a short film. It did well on this on the festival circuit. We won a Best Ensemble Award at Brightside in Jersey City, and were the finalists for Best TV Episodes out in Portland Comedy. I think it's called Portland Comedy Festival. So we did well with that, and I loved doing that. I love doing the comedy.
Sound like you had a lot of fun doing it. It was funny movies. They're fun. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they're fun.
Playing in a funny movie, I had a scene in a movie. It was somewhat funny. But now I just want to ask you, what is your goal? What would you like to happen next for yourself?
I would, I would really like to get on, a network or Showtime, HBO series, like series regular. I'd love a co-star, guest star. I'm reaching, if you want to know what I'd really like, I'm realistic, and I know we have steps. You want to
win an Emmy. That's what you want. You want to win
I want it all. I want it all. But mainly I just want.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
But I want to earn it. I want to continue growing in my work so that I am at the point I could earn something like that,
And be a household name. It's fun to do indie films and be on Amazon, but you want everyone to know who you are too, right? Isn't that really what an actor wants? They want the recognition. I made it and everyone knows who I am.
Well, I guess if you've made it, you feel like, well, I'm doing something right. I'm getting the message out. I must be a truthful actor.
It's okay to want that. There's nothing wrong with that. Seriously.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You have to say, that's why we're human beings. Our goal is to never stop and always be better than we were than yesterday. Where can we go to find out more information about you? Do you have a website? Tell us.
LindaCollinsActress.com is my website.
Nice
So
and
that's
easy.
nice and easy. Yeah. I also have a Facebook fan page, Linda Collins Actress. at least I've been.
Is that your real name, Linda Collins?
Yeah, that's my real name.
I think
you as well. Thank you.
And thank you so much. And I wish I could give you a big kiss, but I'll lower it to pink champagne kisses. And we will be back with more Zoom celebrity interviews, darlings. Keep watching. Pink champagne kisses.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to break up the groove you were in. It looked pretty intense.
You didn't. And I mean, you're late.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Traffic coming down from the burbs. Where can I park these? I have an interview after class.
Did you?
Not a word.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're ever going to understand them. You know, no matter what language they speak, you know?
Well, at least he was pleasant.
Kind of nice to look at, too. What?
Wow.
What?
You sure you're going to be okay alone? You know you can stay with Jack and me.
Ma, no. I'm not staying with you and that fucking lumberjack over there.
He's nice. Leave him alone and watch him now.
Ma.
Get elevated, the doctor said. No fucking around, Christian.
Okay.
Do those damn techniques.
Love you.
Love you too.
See you tomorrow.
Apparently some kids were playing here this morning, discovered the body. Ends up she matches with one of our missing persons, a Jackie Galloway. So when was the last time you saw Miss Galloway?
About a month ago? No, we were never formally introduced.
Alan, I don't expect you to understand what happened or what I did. Just become the man your father isn't.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Linda Collins. I certainly did. And always remember, darlings, to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to also push the notification button to let you know when I publish a new video. I always publish a video every Sunday or every Monday. And my interviews are always about Zoom celebrity interviews and fashion and beauty hauls on Amazon, on Shein, and all kinds of wonderful brands like also Victoria's Secret. So keep watching, more interviews coming up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep watching, darlings. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.